phone. I'll send it to Mumsy.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yep. Okay,
Mumsy could
so
easily just come and join us, make it even easier.
I know, but Mumsy won't do that. Let's see. Where
What? Why?
is
Has she gone off me?
No, she refuses to get on. She won't get on her own. And then we were too busy this year in
Mm,
Indiana to be able to get her to come on.
yeah.
Uh, let's
Yeah, the
see.
thing, because when you said, "Oh, I'm going home," I went, "Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. Why are we not having tea time?" Because
Right. I
normally when
know.
you've been home, you've been on.
I
It's like, hang on,
know.
this is getting worse. It's going the opposite way. We'll find excuses not to get here. Soon it'll be cut. All right, everybody, that's our meeting for the month. See you next month.
Right. I know. I know. So let's see. Okay, started 40 seconds to go. That must be it.
Yeah.
That's us. Okay, so let's
Mhm.
send it to Mumsy. Let's see. Where's the little thing? Boop-a-doop. Um, yeah, I'm like, why can't I just share it? I don't see the little share button. Oh, there it is. Okay. Copy link. Now we send it to Mumsy. I know this is great to be on. Okay, we've sent it. Okay, so now I can tell you a week
Yeah.
because there's one main thing that happened this week, and I'm going to be getting it to show you.
Okay, so should I say congratulations?
No,
Okay.
nope, not at all.
Oh,
The uh Shadow, our kitten, who's now like over a year old, uh,
no longer a kitten.
right, caught something
Ooh.
and brought it up, and I got it from him before he did any harm to it.
Yeah.
And it's a baby squirrel.
Oh,
You know.
so you have a
His,
new member of the family.
yeah, so his eyes aren't open yet. I give him back
Wow.
because he likes to be in the dark. Uh,
Mm.
they have to stay warm and dark right now. Um, but
So did steal them from the nest or
that's so either the nest or because it can like walk like a little bit enough to be like wiggly that like I guess they
mm,
can fall from the trees sometimes on accident. So he might have
yeah.
grabbed it as it fell from a
Mm,
tree. But he does climb trees, so I don't know what he did. I didn't see it till he brought it to the patio.
yeah.
Um, and so I grabbed it, and at first I couldn't even, it was like curled up in a ball. I was like, I don't even know what this thing is because it didn't have like the bushy tail yet.
Oh
Sure what I'm,
right.
I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's wet, it's warm, and I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
know
it's like
if it's alive yet.
yeah, yeah, it's like it's a little animal of some sort. So yeah, so I have been learning since Tuesday evening all about how to take care of a baby squirrel,
Mm,
which is very particular as it turns out. Luckily, I didn't decide to do anything on my based off like my own instincts or common
okay.
sense because it would have
You've
been
been
bad.
wrong. Oh
It would have been
dear.
wrong. Yeah,
Okay.
so first up, uh, if it's dehydrated, you can't give it any milk because it'll kill it. You
Mm,
have to,
yeah.
um, and you can't give it cow's milk or anything like that. You have to give a special puppy powder formula milk that you
Yeah.
make, but you make it to a different ratio of like milk and water or powder and water
Hmm.
than like the puppies. Um, but to hydrate it, you have to get unflavored Pedialyte. So
Okay.
I
Wow.
know, I know. So it's like, don't give it water, don't do this, don't do that. I'm like, okay. So
I would have gone with the water to be honest with you.
I know that's what I thought. Like at least yeah, something first. So yeah, it's like don't do water. So it's gonna do the. It even says like this one guy has a really good website and like a YouTube channel or whatever. But it's like basically saying if you absolutely have to like basically if all stores are closed and you got to do like have something right then and there, they tell you how to make your own basically Pedialyte at home in a
All right.
pinch, but it still says buy Pedialyte the second that you can because it's like balanced in a certain way that you can't do with just your
Mhm.
at home sugar and
Oh,
salt and
okay.
whatever. So,
Right. Mm.
right. So I got him hydrated, and then I could start doing the puppy formula. But I didn't read. It's like every night I read a little bit more. And last night I read, oh, well, if he's not taking the milk that much, it's probably because he started with the hydration drink, the
Yeah.
Pedialyte, and it says you have to basically like slowly introduce it. So it's like you got to mix the Pedialyte with the milk and like get him used to that before you give him the milk. And I was like,
Oh, okay.
well, I wasn't, yeah. So trying to work on that now. Um,
Okay. And what about food when it comes to
that
um
is not for at least a few weeks.
mhm.
And I don't know. I've got it in my papers. Printed something off
Oh, okay.
that's like a little chart. But yeah, because it says like weaning him off at some point. But the idea is to get him to the point where he can go out on his like be released.
Hmm.
The guy says like, you know, squirrels don't make good pets, especially once they get to a certain age. They
Mm.
naturally want to find a mate. They'll probably
Yeah.
bite you. They're too
Well,
wild.
that's what I'm thinking. At a
Yeah.
certain point, probably after a few months, I would guess, because that's probably getting
Yeah, I think
into a young adult.
yeah.
Biting, and at some point, is
He's be
how are you
ready
going to
to
house train it?
right,
So it's
right.
going to
And
defecate
you have to
in
get like a
places.
real cage for it, like a big basically like a bird cage looking thing,
Mm.
like so it has space and whatever. So yeah, so right now it sleeps 20 to 22 hours a day. You only wake it
Okay.
up for feeding. So it's very
Yeah.
easy. I
Mm.
know. But I know, but the first night when it was dehydrated and I had to like go out to like find unflavored Pedialyte, and of course I went to Walmart first. And of course
Yeah.
they had like every flavor except not unflavored. I was like, you could be kidding me. So then I was like,
Mm.
and it was
CVS?
getting, yeah, it was getting like, yeah. So then I was driving by. I was like, oh right, there's Walgreens. Like, I was gonna go to a
Mm.
CVS, but Walgreens is first. I was like, am I going here first?
Yeah.
So I went in there.
Hmm.
They had two bottles left. I
Hmm.
almost bought both bottles. But was like, this thing's gonna eat such little. Like, I just need one. It's so giant. I'm like, yeah, I've barely gone through any of it, so I just bought the one. But you had to get like a little syringe to feed it. And so
Hmm.
I asked the pharmacy, I asked, I was like, do you have like syringes, like a 1 cc? She's like, yeah, and like gave it to me for free. Um,
Yeah.
and I think I said something like, it's for feeding a squirrel, a baby squirrel. Um,
Right. Yeah. Just to
yeah, yeah.
justify why you need a small injection
Yeah,
of
she's
something.
like, yeah, 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 right, right. I'm like, because I'm like looking at my phone. I'm like, I think it's like, do you have one that's like a 1 cc or something? I was like, I'm like, I've got a baby squirrel. That's what I'm dealing with right now. So
Yeah. Mate, better give me a couple of them because I'm going to put it down and lose it.
I know I should have gotten more. I only took one. I'm gonna get some more tonight or this weekend because I need some bigger ones too. But the yeah, so I've been feeding him, but the first night it was like every 2 hours. And so I'm like waking
Wow.
up to do this, yeah. And then going to work on Wednesday and I like brought him in with me because I was like,
Yeah, put it in your
yeah,
pocket.
I know, right? I brought him in his little shoebox and like
Hmm.
also I had to barricade him in a closet at home because of the cat. So I'm like put him in his little
Oh yeah.
box, secured the
Hmm.
box in a little cage, then closed him in a closet, like locked up the closet. So I brought
If
him
it
into
sleeps
work.
20 hours, a shoebox with a few holes in it that you can't get out
That's what
of.
it said. Yeah, it said it was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would get out. I was afraid the cats would get into him. So I was trying to
True.
protect
Yeah.
him from outside.
Well, I was just thinking if you put it in like let's say a spare bathroom or a spare
Yeah,
room where the cat can't open the door,
right.
you're pretty much like I don't need the cage and because it's like a
Right,
box.
right.
It's like a magician's trick, isn't it?
It
I start off
was.
with this, and blip, 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 blip,
It was. It
like
was
the
like put
Russian
a
doll.
box. Yeah, yeah, and then put it in the cat carrier. And
Yeah.
then yeah, but what's funny is I can't close them up in a bathroom because the main the bathroom that the doors like fully latch. Uh, the cat Mimi, that's like her bathroom. If anyone's in there, she's scratching at the door. She's like, "Who's in my bathroom? What's going on in there?" Like she wants in immediately. So I'm like, I
Right.
can't use
Can't
her
use the
bathroom.
bathroom.
No.
Yeah.
But so yeah, but so then I brought him to work and I like messaged my boss and I'm like, "Hey, so like I've got this baby squirrel, and like all the wildlife shelters are full. So like my pest control guy that I and like wildlife removal guy from BNI, Shannon, he was like, was texting him at night. He's like, I'll make some calls in the morning, and so then he's called me and he's like, they're all full. There's like one person you can try and text, and like they didn't even text me back.
Mhm.
So I was
You just
like, all
reminded
right,
your boss
like
it's a bring a pet to work day.
I know. So I told him I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry. This is such a weird thing. He was like, oh, it's totally like, oh, that's totally fine. Like, don't worry about. I was like, I'll clock out during the feedings. But yeah, he had friends recently that took care of two orphan squirrels. So he was like, oh, I just saw like a baby one recently, but they were a little bit older than this. He said. But yeah, he's like, I'll see if they, want to reach out to you to give you if you want any advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that has been the
The
majority of
highlight of
my
your week.
week. Yeah, yeah, the highlight, low light, all of it.
I can't compete with that. Apart from this wasn't last week. No, no. We adopted another dog.
I feel like I do know that, but how is,
Okay.
yeah, because how old, because
Okay.
it's not a puppy, right?
No, she's
No.
7. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I was just thinking, gosh, when was it? And I think it was about 6 weeks ago, but I know that we've had tea time since
We
then, and
had
I'm
tea,
sure I
yeah,
would have mentioned
yeah, just last week, I think. Maybe. Was that the first week we were back? Yes.
it was.
I know we
I'm
had
glad
it
you can
last week, but
remember.
I thought it was the first one we had back in a while.
Stimulating conversation was had by the two of us, not.
Yeah. Speaking of, I haven't done any of my catch up on royal news.
Mm,
I'll
yeah.
I'll blame the baby squirrel.
Yeah, that's it. Because I think they're probably back in the US now after going to the UK, haven't they?
Probably. Well, what all of the oh yeah, yeah, Harry and Meghan and and the kids, right? They all came over for
Yeah.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
haven't yeah, I've been trying to look for my Royal Report podcast because that's where I usually get my
Mm.
news. And they haven't put one out since they had their trip over there. So I'm like it's
Well,
not
they're
always a
saying
really
that,
consistent podcast. Yeah.
yeah. Well, evidently Harry did meet up with King Charles on this
Oh,
trip.
okay. Good.
Um, I heard that Meghan wasn't going to go, and then they did actually take the kids with her.
Oh,
So I
good.
guess Meghan's there. And I just pulled up quickly what was
Yeah.
going on, and just says Prince Harry's desperate for royal family reunion as Meghan Markle refuses UK return. So
Hmm.
again, still never going to go back.
Sure.
It's like, I'm sorry, but then don't have the title either. You can't
Right,
have a
right.
title in a country for
Yeah.
which you're not going to go back and be representative. For me, that is just glorification. It's like, well, I've got the title, so therefore that's all I want. I'm not going to work for it. I'm not going to honor
Right.
anybody for it. It's only for my own pleasure.
Right, right.
Um, you know, it's like you making me the
Yeah.
mayor of Sanford, or
Yeah.
no, I'll be the mayor of Sanford. Oh, that's all right, but I'm
Right.
never going to live in Sanford. I'm
Yeah,
never
yeah,
going to be there.
you're never gonna be there, but
Yeah. Um,
but you can tell
which
everybody that that's what
what I
your
am.
position. Yeah.
What use is it? It's a working position.
Right,
So
right.
why why have it? And if you're not going to participate in at least even I think even if they came back a few times a year, let's say every
Yeah.
came back for a couple of weeks every quarter, or come back for a couple of months every 6 months or something.
Yeah.
and they worked that title by being in public. But then again, it's a royal position of work and they don't want to
Right.
work. So therefore you've resigned from the company. So
Yeah.
again, it's like being the director of the corporation,
Right. Right.
but you're still getting a salary, you still get the position, but you're not going to do the work.
Right. Right. You leave it to everyone
So,
else that's there.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're not a shareholder.
Right. Right. It
Shareholders,
is. Yeah. It
that's
is
how they're
weird.
trying to.
Yeah. Because I mean, because you're speaking specifically of the Duke and Duchess titles, right? Yeah. It's like, well, and I don't. She doesn't want to live there. He doesn't want to, or didn't. I think he's a little homesick.
I
Like
think it is.
6 years out.
Yeah,
um, but uh, but still, that doesn't mean that he necessarily needs to move home. But yeah, it's like you guys, you lost the title, like you gave it up. So
yeah,
be, you know, be American royalty now, or whatever you're doing. Like,
yeah. Well, be an ex-royal. You know, you can
right,
like the ex-president, like the
for
ex-military. You know,
a
you're
former
like the
former royal.
ex-wife.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
you should
yeah,
be
yeah,
former
ex-wife,
royal,
ex-husband. Yeah, former royal. Yeah,
former wife.
former wife. Yeah, that I think we're fine with. But if you're breaking, break. Don't try and keep on to it just for that. And I think this is the biggest problem that everybody sees through. It's the same story of privacy, and you don't understand this, and we're under stress, and nobody appreciates it. But then we want all the monetary and glamour side of it, but
Right,
nothing
right,
to attach with it.
right, right.
And I heard, gosh, is it gosh, who played the Queen in the film? Miriam.
Oh, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my gosh,
Yes,
now I can't think of
you
it
know,
because he's, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but you know who
Helen
it is.
Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
That's
There
it,
we
Helen
go.
Mirren.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they had this, but it makes sense. You may have heard of a TV host called Graham Norton.
Yes. I've heard of it.
Okay,
Yep.
so Helen Mirren was on there, and evidently
hmm
Harry was there too. And a lot of people, and I think this is done for entertainment on YouTube, but they probably had the conversation, but not with Harry there. And
hmm
this is the thing that Harry has no answer to the real hard question.
Right.
And if you think about this, they are there going around the world promoting their non-profit.
hmm
Even if you forget all the monetary side of the royal, the
Sure.
main reason what they want to do is promote their non-profit.
Right.
Have you ever listened to the mission statement of what the non-profit does?
No.
It doesn't really tell you who it is. There's a lot of fancy buzzwords
Right. Is it
about
like
helping those
the
in stress and
Archwell
crisis.
Foundation?
Yes. Hmm.
I know that they have changed to, what were they? Like they're a less hands-on organization now because they figured out they can't be
Yep.
quite the
For exactly
nonprofit
that.
that they thought they could be.
Yeah. Um, but even that, any non-profit, their mission statement is basically to help somebody.
Right.
And in all the years that they've been running this non-profit, they can't identify anybody they've actually helped.
Oh, right. Nice.
So it's all the buzzwords about getting together people to go and support these X, Y
Right.
people for whatever needs they have. We are a resource, but and even if they've had donations, there's no proof of actually who they've ever actually helped.
Right. Right. So I'm looking at, so I typed in Archwell Foundation, uh, and the website is sussex.com.
What a
Oh,
surprise. Yeah,
that's one of them. I guess the other one is archwellphilanthropies.org. I think maybe that's the new thing. Anyway,
that might be. Yeah.
but charitywatch.org came up about
Yes.
them. Let's look at Charity
Hmm.
Watch.
Yeah. Well, let's see what they say.
Yeah, Archwell Philanthropies. New name, same old transparency problems. So
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So this was just in January. I knew it happened. So Archwell Philanthropies rebranded from its previous name, the Archwell Foundation, in late 2025. Unfortunately, the name change has not been accompanied by any apparent improvement in financial transparency or public accountability. Despite reporting in its federal tax filings that its financial statements are independently audited, the organization has repeatedly failed to provide those audits to Charity Watch when we have requested them. Charity Watch contacted the organization by US mail, blah, 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 requesting audits but received no response. This follows earlier written request. Okay, so they're trying to get information. They won't cooperate with Charity Watch. But let's see. Uh, yeah, now it's just talking about tax filings. I'm like, I don't want to read about tax filings.
Yeah. So yeah, it's when you start thinking about it and you look at all this, it's like, yeah, it is. It's just a pure monetary thing.
Right.
And going to England, we want taxpayers' money to pay for the security. Well, you haven't earned any of the taxpayer money by
Right.
doing anything there. So how can we legitimize paying for your security? Because he is so feared that the general public are all out to get him.
I know.
And that is a huge problem when you think about it. Are people out in general to do harm to royals, politicians, prime
Right.
ministers,
Right.
actors, and sportsmen?
Right.
In general, 99.9% of the people that are in that crowd there are there to support, celebrate, see
Right.
you.
Right. And like
Um,
regular security is handles it.
yeah. And if all the other people that are world famous can support with all that type of security, why is it that you need to use the government's police
Right.
to give
Right.
you extra support? Because they've already got security already.
Yeah.
So why is it going to be stepped up
And
by the government's police department?
right. And I think, I mean, it could just be because I'm not paying as much attention anymore, but it just feels like we keep getting further and further from the big thing of them leaving, right? And like his book coming out and this and that. It's like I feel like the hate for them has to be dying down. I mean, I don't pay attention to the trolls online or whatever, but
Mhm.
whoever they're afraid of, I can't imagine that it's still as high of a threat as what they thought it was, we'll say in like 2022 or something.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but the Arch or Sussex.com
Mhm.
for the Archwell Philanthropies, at the top it says the office of Prince Harry and Meghan, Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That's like their header with the little royal crest thing. And it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, you using that using that title. You could just
Yeah,
call
you're
it Archwell
exploiting it.
Philanthropies and you guys are
Yeah.
in it like because he gets to be Prince Harry no matter what, right? Like he gets to be
Mm.
called Prince.
Yeah.
They haven't taken that
Yeah.
away from him.
Yeah. The only thing we've taken away is his Royal Highness, but he's
Right.
still Prince Harry. That was
Right.
what he was as. You can't take that away because it's like it's Prince and Princess,
Right.
aunt and uncle are kind of synonymous in the sense of royals.
Right.
So, a Dutch and Duchess, it's a title, but not a. It's kind of like your. No, I think a Dutch and Duchess, you earn that. I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't think you can be born in to it. I
Right. It's
think
kind of like given I feel like it's always given to them at a certain time in
yes,
life, like it's bestowed upon them or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. But if you're a king or a queen, it's
Right.
natural that your
Right.
um, kids are going to be a prince or a princess,
Right. Right. That's
even if
true.
you're reigning or working or not.
Right. So it says okay, so let's see. It's like how you said bunch of buzzwords. So the Duke and Duchess of Sussex as they okay, so Archibald Philanthropies is home to the charitable work of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, as they broaden their global philanthropic efforts for meaningful reach and maximum impact. After 5 beautiful years, the Archwell Foundation is becoming Archwell Philanthropies. This charitable entity allows the couple and their children to expand upon their global philanthropic endeavors as a family.
Yeah. It still doesn't
Okay.
say what their mission is, does it?
Yeah, so they're like, okay, so now we're just gonna help other foundations because we can't really bother creating our own foundation. So we're gonna help other foundations so that us and our kids can travel around and do what we want.
Yeah. It is just a
Global philanthropic endeavors as a family. Like,
yeah,
okay.
we'll put the family into the charity, so therefore they can all travel under charity business. So
Right,
therefore, by the time we take the expenses out,
right,
whatever's left can go to the to whoever they want to support, of which
right,
isn't going to be 100% what was donated to them.
right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. They have something called an impact report. What is an impact report? It's on their website. So we'll
Ooh.
see.
Yeah. So
Let's
they've got an
see.
impact,
Loading.
maybe.
Archwell Foundation 2025 annual report. 5 years of impact. Oh, great,
Yeah.
great.
Hmm.
The contents are looking a little light. It's letter from leadership, milestones, families online creating safer digital spaces, women and girls building community and connection, communities in crisis, mobilization for those in need, and looking forward. Those are the contents.
All right. And what about their
And
financial statement? Is there any financial statement being recorded? Because
not, no, they
theoretically
won't
they should
release.
be. Nope.
Well, there's something, is that what a Form 990 is? There's something called a Form 990 to click
I,
on.
I, it might be. It's an
Let's
IRS
see.
form,
Oh,
isn't
yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah, public disclosure copy. Return of organization exempt from income tax. So
Okay, that's
let's
just the
see.
exemption. Right, it's not
But
their income.
no, but I can see money. I can see dollars. So beginning of what was this 2024 is it says net
Hmm.
assets or funds balances. Beginning of the current year was over 10 million. End of the year was over 8 million. So it went, I mean, whatever that means, but still, we're talking about several millions
Yeah.
dollars.
Well, they had 10 million in the bank account of assets, and now they've dropped to 8. So they've either sold,
Right,
sold or given away 2 million, or they've taken salaries to run the organization, which is equated to, let's say, 1 million, and 1 million is a
right.
donation to somewhere. But it
Interest,
doesn't say that.
interesting. So there's a part where it like has to describe, I guess, things it's doing or whatever, but
Hmm.
where it says it has a number for expenses in dollars, and then it says including grants of whatever. So the for building a better online world, at the Archwell Foundation, we are putting people first and making investments in innovative upstream solutions aimed at creating a technology ecosystem designed for good, one that is safe, healthy, inclusive, and innovative. That's what they put on there. So the expenses for it is basically $2.9 million, almost $3 million,
Yeah.
including grants of 600,000.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know exactly what that means, but at first, I mean, it looks like that 600,000 of it went to someone. The rest was expenses.
Or actually, they got awarded a grant of 600,000.
Oh, I see. Oh, they're not
Yeah.
giving out grants, they're getting grants.
No, I think they received a grant of 600,000.
Oh, okay.
I think that's how
Lovely.
it generally works. I think you
Right,
have to declare what grants you receive.
right. Um, I should, okay. Oh, reportable compensation. Let's see. So the executive director of it, of Archewell, It is 278,587. The next executive director is 244,000. And the next program's operations 146,692. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex director, 0. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex director, 0. But that's
Hmm.
reportable compensation, which makes you think
Yeah.
there must be some kind of unreportable
Non-audible
compensation.
stuff. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
really see that they're going to spend all this time and effort and not be paid for their time?
right, right.
That
So it's like, well, you're gonna be
the only
making it
people that run,
somewhere.
yeah, the only people that run charities like that are someone like you and myself who wants to go and support the lost mothers and parents of squirrels. And because
Right,
of that, we will probably put our own money into it, so therefore we wouldn't take a salary because there's never enough
right,
there.
right,
When when you've got an organization this big and popular,
right,
of course it has overheads, it has fees, it's a business.
right,
And they will employ people to run and generate funding and all this.
right, right,
They have to pay them. Nobody works for free. It's
right,
only people
right,
like you and I that do it stupidly. Um, yeah,
right.
it is. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
non-little profits that never make any money because they don't set it up right. They don't gear it up as a business.
right,
Um, there is disclosed and undisclosed. There's probably ways that they have it, and of course, they never would disclose it because
right.
of the backlash, the public backlash behind it all.
Right. And it's like clearly this report doesn't have enough information, or else the Charity
Mm.
Watch wouldn't be requesting the other stuff, like whatever the other tax, probably the
Mm.
real tax form.
Yeah.
The yeah, I'm like, so I'm looking, okay, so they have back on their impact report that they created themselves. They have like 2020 to 2022 responding to global crisis. And they've got things that they did 2022 to 23 expanding our reach. Uh, let's
So let's
see.
take that one for a minute. Expanding our reach.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
here
that
I
might
can.
that might cost, let's say, $400,000.
Right,
Now, to expand your reach, what would that mean? That probably means that we've got to do interviews, we have to do presentations, of which there will be a cost element for us to go to Australia and expand our reach into Australia, into Africa, into Europe, uh, states
right,
around the Americas. Well, Meghan and Harry and their staff who run this will have to be paid
right,
travel expenses, hotel expenses, and maybe even some food expenses while they're
right,
there.
right,
That's just an operating expense. Well, while Harry and Meghan are in England on their trip, because that's the
right,
business
right,
expense, just because they spent 10 nights, does that mean all of it was on philanthropy work, or did they actually go
right,
and see his parents, or did they go and see friends? Well,
right, right,
you can't expect somebody working for a company to work 24/7 just
right,
for that when there are other hours in the day when you've got your own personal time and your own personal space to do what you want.
right, right.
It'd be fair to say that they work 8 hours in the charity today.
Mm-hmm.
They have 8 hours of sleep and they have 8 hours to do whatever else they would do,
Right,
just
right.
like everybody else in the world.
Yeah, right.
But the
Well,
bill was paid by the charity to actually do the travel and the lodgings and maybe
right.
the security.
Yeah, yes, and the security. And the so at least a couple of the or it at least is less buzzwordy as you get into it. So like the whole expanding our reach, they list a few different things. So the Welcome Project launch, which sounds generic. So
Mhm.
launched the Welcome Project in 2023 to support women-led programming for recently resettled Afghan women, initially serving 237 women coming together in community. So that sounds pretty specific,
Yes, it
like who they're
does.
helping.
Good.
Yeah. The next one is the Parents Network Development built a first of its kind support network for parents whose children have been impacted by online harm, engaging 109 families in listening projects. I don't know what a listening project is.
No, I
Um,
don't.
yeah. Let's see. Became the technology, whatever, crisis supported humanity crew to provide 3,176 hours of trauma-informed mental health support to individuals in Turkey and Syria following the tragic earthquake. Interesting. I didn't even know that. So,
No.
all
So it does
right,
sound like they're
they
giving
are
some kind
doing,
of
yeah, but you have to like dig in to see that they're doing anything real. You're right.
yeah,
Otherwise, it's just like, you guys, this is so broad. Like,
yeah, yeah. It's not an easy um was it an easy recognition of
yeah,
the help that they're giving. You've got to dig. It's not like saying, "Oh, we've donated a children's ward
right,
to such a hospital in whatever, or
right,
we've built
right,
a hospital." That you can see. You can see it's something physical. At the moment, you don't see that, so people start questioning. Well, what does all these buzzwords mean? What do you mean you provided therapy? In what way did
right,
you provide therapy? You can keep digging and
right,
digging and digging, and to the point is, okay, what did the person receive? You
right,
helped
right,
find families. How? Did you give them money? Did you give
right,
them resources? Did you give them food? Did you give them accommodation, or is it that you just went there and educated them with good, kind words?
right, right. Well, that's why, yeah, at least they had specific professionals. It wasn't
Yeah.
just the volunteers. But
Hmm.
I agree. But I think part of the problem why they can't broadly say what it is that they do or they focus on, because they focus on too many different things. Like,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah.
fine, I guess, but you're gonna run into the problem of like nobody believes you're doing anything because we don't know what. So it's like they have a whole lot of like the social media, digital responsibility stuff, right? Like all of those
Yeah.
types of things. That's a big thing they have. Um, the crisis response, like they supported in Ukraine. Let's see, they provided emergency funding to the Halo Trust to help with landmine clearance and a coalition of Ukrainian media. So let's see. So they're helping with like those types of things, but I'm trying to like see if I can like narrow it down to like what are your main things. And but then they
Yeah.
also have like women sort of like led
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
women centric projects. So yeah, I mean, I guess they separate it in the report at the top. It's like families online, women's and girls, and then communities in crisis. Those are their
Yeah.
three things that they focus on. So,
And probably, if you think about it, I wouldn't be at all surprised other charities when they're doing, let's call it humanitarian work,
right,
is probably just as broad and wide because you can't say we're going to help clear landmines. Well, okay, that's
right,
rather specific to one job. How many
right,
landmines
right,
are there in the whole world? So
r-
I can understand to some degree where the buzzwords are being used in that top description.
right, right, right.
Yeah,
So,
I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, trying to
I
give
know.
just.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, so as we dig deeper, but it still sounds like a bunch of BS on the front
Mhm.
page.
Thank you.
Because it's also
Okay.
not a lot to it. That's all it like it's a very small, just like two sentences. It says like how what they are, the whole meaningful reach and maximum impact. And then after 5 beautiful years, they're like becoming this thing for their
Yeah.
family, for themselves and their children. Like,
Mhm.
yeah. So and the to view the impact report, it's very small at the bottom,
Yeah.
below it, and then the Archwell Foundation for the taxes is the same size. I would think that you would want the impact report to be seen a
Impactful.
lot more. Yeah, you would want people to see it and like actually
Yeah.
realize, oh, you're doing something, and like the taxes to not be right there. I don't know if they legally have to like put the taxes accessible, whatever, but uh it still seems like they should be able to promote the impact better. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yeah. I'm just trying to think of other non-profits. Let's pick some big names.
Um,
Um,
well, like, I mean,
Heart
is the Red Cross?
Foundation, Red Cross,
Right,
Samaritans,
right,
the Salvation Army, Boys and Girls Clubs. You
right,
know, when you look at those, the Boys and Girls Clubs that I've had some work with, so there you can see I give $1 here, then all of a
right,
sudden they're now, oh, they have people educating the kids after school. They provide them with maybe a snack or a meal before they go home.
right,
There's uh, a community hall. There are activities that they do, and
right,
that they transport them from point A to point B. And so you can see the money is being used because you see there's
right,
20 kids all
right,
becoming educated and
right.
smarter.
And it's all connected in like the theme of what what it's
What
for.
Boys and Girls Club do.
Yeah,
Salvation Army, you know, you say, well, I'll give money there. And then you see, well, I see them fundraising. I see them when there's a crisis, they're out there on the streets when it's cold and
right,
maybe the bad weather or maybe there's a hurricane coming
right,
through. So you see the impact locally without having to
right,
go and find a report about it.
right, right.
You know,
And
how do
yeah,
you find impact about online social media and all that sort of impact? Where do
right,
you see the the help that they're giving? You
right.
don't. It's kind of hidden somewhere. You can't see. Oh, this one actually helped Piper. Look,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Piper received a. Oh right,
It
now I see it. But at the moment you can't see the impact to anybody.
right, right. That's interesting because yeah, I'm like with the digital stuff, you're right, that is hard. It's like, well, I don't know if you can call it an impact report. What would you call like an intentions report? Or like it's like what you put in, like the work you've done, we don't to what
Yeah.
end we don't know.
With all
Like
good intentions, this is what we're
our
doing.
work, yeah, our work report
Yeah.
this is what we've
But
been up
trying to
to.
get it's like a participation report for school. Yes, Meghan and Harry turned up on a regular basis, and they look very
Yeah,
good.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
they're very vocal and shared ideas with the class.
Um, Interesting. So, another thing, the real face of men's health. Prince Harry joined uh Movember at the Australian American Association in New York City for the launch of the real face of men's health. USA, a report combining data and personal stories to reveal why American men are dying younger, struggling more, and suffering in silence, with 53% dying prematurely. So it was like, I didn't know I had any part of that. I mean, it's like when you do so many different little things, and in fairness, they're not getting great publicity on these things because all their publicity is like about hating them for whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
So it's not like everybody's talking about what they're doing.
No, they talk about them, but not what they're doing.
Right, right.
Yeah. I just found another article here.
Yeah, what'd you find?
Trying to King Charles finally put Meghan Markle in her place. She'll be furious because there's been a few changes in the royal family. I
Hmm.
think one of Andrew's daughters. No, is it Charlotte? Princess Charlotte? That's not.
No, Charlotte's
Um,
somebody else's.
yes, yeah,
Beatrice and Eugenie are his.
yeah.
Hmm.
They were in the news, and Princess Charlotte also got a crown or something. And
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen Edward is being receiving a lot more stuff. So
Oh,
last
okay.
week, reports emerged that King Charles had opened the doors of Highgrove for a long-awaited reunion with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and his grandchildren. While the meeting understandably dominated headlines, it was what happened afterwards that caught my attention. Once upon a oh, they're going to tell a story. Okay, how long did it go on for? Hopefully not too long. Once upon a time, every Sussex story came with an inevitable second act. Buckingham Palace would announce on an engagement, a state visit, or a major royal milestone, only for the conversation to swing straight back to Harry 41 and Meghan Markle 44. The monarchy often found itself trapped in a seemingly endless cycle where every headline was about the royal family, eventually became another episode of what was beginning to feel like the Sussexes show.
Uh,
That, however, feels like it will be changing. Since succeeding Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles appears to have adopted a different approach to managing one of the monarchy's most difficult family dynamics. I agree with that, yes.
yeah, right.
Forget the late Queen's famous mantra of never complain, never explain. King Charles' version appears to be something almost similar: never react, never reward. It
Ah,
isn't flashy. It certainly doesn't guarantee Netflix worthy cliffhangers, but that's exactly the point. Rather than allowing the headline to spiral into another royal psychodrama, Charles 77 has quietly refused to feed the melodramas, choosing instead to let the monarchy's work speak louder than the family's subplot.
that's very good. That's interesting.
Yeah,
So, yeah. So don't
it does go on.
never react, never reward. That was what it
Yeah.
said.
hmm there's a lot here that goes on for, but yeah,
But
I think that is it. I was trying to see
that's a good way to
if
sum it
actually,
up, or like to explain sort of Charles's, I don't know, deal, like
yeah.
the way he
And if you
operates.
think about it, and if you think about it, that's all what they've ever done anyhow. It's it's like keep a stiff upper lip sort
Oh
of
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
keep smiling and carry on sort of thing. Um, and that's it. Just show the work that we do.
Right,
Don't get to the subplot and the dramas and get on
right,
Netflix,
right,
do TV interviews.
right.
Um, and I think it would be nice for the public, but you know what the questions are going to be, so it's going to be twisted and turned back
Sure.
to what are the family dynamics with Harry and Meghan then? When was the last time you saw your grandchildren? Or when was the last time
Right,
you saw
right,
your cousin or your
right.
nieces or whatever it's going to be? Um, it's a shame to think that you've got one that is hogging the spotlight in media,
Right.
claiming they don't want the spotlight but can't get out of it, whereas
You're
those
right.
would
Yeah.
love where the public would who so the, and you've got the other half where the
Yeah.
public would love them to be in the spotlight are refusing to come into the light.
Right. That's true. Well,
Yeah.
and you're right. Yeah, Charles, it's like he is letting the work speak for, for the monarchy or whatever, not the families. Even I feel like even with uh his cancer, it's not like it's
Yeah.
uh a secret, but it's very much not focused on, right? Like it's just like, no, I'm out here working, I'm doing things like
Yeah. Well, that's what it says here. The king has continued carrying on constitutional duties while undergoing cancer treatment and navigated difficult family reasons like booting his brother out of Royal Lodge and dealing with
right.
enough constitutional headaches to test the patience of a saint.
Yeah,
Um, but there's never been anything documented or spoken about or
right,
statement given.
right,
No, we just carry on working. That's what we're here
right,
to do.
right,
Not to feed the
right,
frenzy of
right.
needy.
Now,
It,
but I guess
it,
yeah, but when he was younger, even younger than Harry was, I believe he was talking to the press and whatnot, because that's when all the Diana, Camilla stuff was happening. So it's
mhm.
like with time, with wisdom and age, and being king, he's really stepped up like his level of restraint.
Yeah, but also you got to consider that he was only the assistant. Now he is the
That's what I know. Now he's in charge. Yeah, yeah,
and with that comes not only age and wisdom.
yeah. Right.
When he was with Diane,
Yeah.
Charles was still relatively not not the professional. He was still in training, no matter how old he was.
Right, right.
And when you're not going to be the chief, did you
Mhm.
ever? There's a TV program, and I'm trying to think what it was called. Um, the guy run a newspaper
Mhm.
article, and he had like 3 or 4 kids, and the daughter was like the one who you would expect to be the businesswoman. Then you
Yeah.
had the one who was the playboy, the other one who was um, dumb as hell, but running the
Yeah.
company, making all the stupid things. And I'm trying to, I think it's called Succession. I think it's
Oh, I've
called,
heard of Succession. I never watched it, but I heard a lot of people talk about it. Yeah.
yeah, it's the same
Isn't
principle.
it?
Until you are in control, you're always going to be doing dumb stuff.
Right, right. That's true.
Um, because what else you got your time to think about it? If you're not going to be the owner of the business, or you're not
Right,
going to be the director or the CEO, and you're only the assistant, how are you going to fill the hours of your day making decisions? Because at some point you've got to make some decision to do
yeah,
something,
yeah. Right,
and so you tend to go away from the corporate element and do social stuff and do dumb stuff and get
right.
caught
Which was
sometimes.
Harry's.
And
Yeah. Which
Andrew,
was
Harry,
well,
yeah,
Andrew. Yeah, yeah. But that was Harry's thing. Yeah.
yeah. Uh, so yeah, you can see even in the sense of Charles, he was maybe speaking more to the media, but media
Mhm.
back when Charles was talking to it was far less
That's true. It was
broadcastable
not the
than what we
same.
have now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true.
You
It
think he
wasn't
would
as
do a
crazy.
TV interview
Right.
and it be held by the ITV or the BBC and documented and edited and approved before it went to air, and then the newspapers would get, oh, that he's done an interview, but you wouldn't know what it was, and then it gets released, and then they would talk about
Hmm.
it. But those newspaper things was then probably picked up with a fax machine and a telephone to call people around the world. Hey, so
Right.
what's going on? Now, look,
It's like,
Prince Charles fell off his
yeah, yeah, yeah.
carriage, and
Right.
it's for the world within 60 seconds.
Right, right. That's true. Um, I saw two things on Instagram recently, uh, that I thought were really funny. So, uh, one, it was two guys who dressed up as Camilla and Princess Diana, and it says like a day out with Camilla and Princess Di or whatever. And it's just showing clips of them going all around London doing different things. And like the one dressed as Diana does a really good job looking like her and very good at like kind of keeping her like tight little smiles and little like shy eyes and whatever. It's so funny.
Yeah,
And the Camilla one was just fun. He didn't look as great. He looked like really skinny and like the suit thing he was wearing. It was like the suit was too big. But anyway, or the dress or the skirt and
yeah.
top. So
Hmm.
anyway, but they were having a blast. They were very funny. And so, but you just see all these clips of them getting stopped on the street, and of course, people wanting to take pictures, and just like how funny it is to see Camilla and Diana hanging out in town together. I know, it's very funny. Um, but then the other thing I saw, so for the American listeners, so a bachelorette party in the UK is called a Hindu. And they said, why have a Hindu when you can have a hen die? And everybody had to dress up as a different uh, time of Princess Di, like a different memorable moment. And like some people had like oh like a box or something around them that was supposed to look like they were in like the log flume, like going down, like getting sprayed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all just like these like
Hmm.
red carpet looks. They had a bunch of really funny ones. But I thought that was pretty funny to have a hen die instead
Yeah.
of a
Do you
Hindu.
know what the men's equivalent is?
I forget, is it stag? Is that
Yes.
no? Yeah, stag night, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You have a
Okay.
stag.
Yeah.
Are both of them used in the US at all, or is that totally British?
No, British is totally British. I feel like the only time people use stag in the US is if you say you're going stag like to a date or to a dance or whatever. Like if you're going on
Oh,
your own to a dance, you're going
yeah.
stag. Yeah, but that's the only time I've heard
Okay.
it used as an American. Yeah. And it's like school dances and stuff. Yeah, not
Okay.
just if
No.
you're going out to the club, but like
All
school
right.
dances.
Yeah, somebody said they're going to stag. I wouldn't have a clue. It's like, oh, you're going to a stag party, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
probably like,
Yeah, you're
yeah, and it's
yeah,
like,
you're like, aren't you 15?
yes, exactly. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. They
You're
do it
like, yeah,
young
but
over there.
I didn't have a girl to ask, so like I'm going stag. It's fine.
Yeah. It's like, huh?
Yeah.
I was trying there was something else I heard the other day, and I went, "Gosh, that is American, isn't it?" And I hadn't realised that we hadn't used the word, or in England we used something
Hmm.
else. And I can't remember it because I was thinking, oh, we should use that as part of our
Right.
afternoon tea. I know one
Oh
of the
yeah,
things we
yeah.
should think of is like how many towns and cities in the UK still have a royal connection between them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like an
Um,
active royal connection, like someone who's
yeah,
living. Yeah.
by its name. There are
Yeah.
certain towns that still use the name Royal.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like, there's like two or three of them,
Yeah.
and some that use the term King or Queen, which obviously came from the royal family.
Right, right, right.
Um, so I thought, oh yeah, that would be interesting. But my
That is,
computer's restarted, or I don't know if it's still open. But it was one of those things like, hey, yeah, I have to do that. But yeah, I've
yeah.
got to close Windows so I can go searching for stuff.
Oh gosh. Well, it's 5 o'clock. I was gonna say apparently the because I still have the Archwell thing pulled up the impact. They have a map of the US and it says welcome project locations. They're like all over. Here, I'll just share it real quick.
Okay,
Let's see. Okay. So can you see
it's coming up.
the
Ah,
map
right,
here?
there we go. Hmm.
Yeah. And then to refresh our memory, because I know I read what the welcome project was, but it was way up
Yeah.
here.
Hmm.
Uh welcome project is one of the first things I think. Yeah, welcome project, oh, expansion. Grew to serve communities across.
14
Okay,
locations.
what's yeah, but what's the welcome project? Welcome project launch. Oh, in
Hmm.
2023, okay, to support women-led programming for recently resettled Afghan women, initially serving 237 women coming together in community. Okay, so I guess I'm just wondering, it's like, so is it still all Afghan women? Like, and these just are happen to be like popular spots where people are getting resettled? I don't know. Um,
Oh, I see. I mean, do you think these might be places where they're using? I thought I was reading it that it was 14 locate. Yeah, what are the locations for Welcome Project locations? Oh,
right,
yeah.
because it's not like
14.
they don't need a bunch of offices, I wouldn't think. I'm guessing it's like these are kind of like their designated areas that seem to be working. I don't know.
Or is this just where they want to focus on help?
Right, perhaps. So,
How many dots are on the map? Is it 14?
yeah, how many?
Um,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
yeah, that's 14.
Yep, you're right.
So if
Good
you
job.
scroll back up, it
Yeah.
actually says 14 locations in Canada and
Oh,
America.
you're right in the expansion part, right? Let's see.
Yeah,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
there you go.
Oh, there you
Oop.
go. Yep, 14 locations in the US and Canada with enhanced focus on economic empowerment and professional development. All right. US and Canada. I didn't see Canada in there.
No. So is it a mobile bus that
That's
drives over
what
the
I'm
border and
looking.
comes back from
Or is
Seattle?
that, yeah, I was like, is that supposed to be like, hey,
That
it's
that's
just barely
isn't that
touching.
Seattle? Hang on, is that Seattle or Washington is in Seattle, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which is that where Seattle is. I just know it's Washington,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I think it's up near there, I think. But I'm thinking
okay.
Seattle was on the is it on the coast? It's not. Yeah, come on.
Uh,
It's
I
like
feel like
right
there
there.
is water. Yeah, I don't know which
Yeah,
which
it
part
could
of it.
be. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think there's a
Yeah,
lake though, is it?
right. No, I don't think
Because
so.
the border between America and Canada,
Right.
basically, they just reason it's so straight is that they use the is it the 49th degree on the
Hmm.
world to separate the land.
Let's see. I'm pulling up a different map so we can see.
Okay, for
Uh,
education. Here we go.
yes. Okay. Let me get this one. Okay. It's probably too tiny, but let me try. Share. Okay. Share. That one.
Go to Google Maps. It'd be easier.
Oh, duh. I always like go to, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Google Maps.
yeah. We sometimes forget about we have a real live map
I
where we want to
know.
see cities. There we go.
Okay. Can you still see this window?
Yes, they can.
Okay. All
So
right.
type in Seattle.
Seattle. Do-do-do.
There. So it is near water,
Let
isn't
me
it?
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
let's
it is
zoom
on
out.
near the coast. So yeah, I think
But
that
it,
that was
uh,
Seattle. That looks a bit
but
like
but but it's like up in the corner, so is it supposed to be Vancouver
I don't think so.
or Richmond or
Go,
something?
go back to the map and see
Yeah, let
where
me
the
see.
because the bottom of the pin is where it's going
Right,
to
right. Let me
acknowledge. So
see.
you need to go to your
Okay.
documents.
I
No,
know I gotta go back to my
back.
thing. Where was it?
There you go. Yeah, next
This
one.
one? You got it?
There.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
see,
So if you look
it's
at it, it's below the state
the
border,
right.
but it is near the edge on the corner there. So
Okay.
if you go back again, if you think
Yeah.
about it, there's the state border up by Vancouver, and it's down a little bit in the. So I think that's meant to
Okay, you
represent
think it's
Seattle.
supposed to be Seattle? Okay. Well, I
I
just
think
thought
it,
maybe it's supposed to be Vancouver or
but then
Victoria.
it would be on top of the line if you think go back to the
I know,
document
but it
again.
seems like they've done a weird thing where it's like they only want to show the US. But
Oh,
they
but
said 14 between the US and Canada. So I'm like, well, where's Canada? I'm trying to fit Canada in.
I know you are, and I'm saying that it's not there because it's a mobile bus. I keep telling you, they got the
I
school
know
bus.
it
They've got.
goes back and forth across the border. Um, that's funny. Well, okay. I should let you go though. It's gonna be I gotta do some things before it's feeding time again for
You
the
got to go
squirrel.
feeding again.
Yeah, yeah.
How long did
He's
it take to feed him or her? It. I guess it's it.
it's yeah, it's a him. Uh, like
Okay.
uh, tr- to actually feed him, it's probably like 15 minutes or something. But
Okay.
you have to do like all the stuff to like get it ready. I mean,
Yeah.
so I feel like it ends up taking at fastest it can take is like 20 minutes. But thought I'd
Okay.
show him. Here, I'll turn my
Oops, you
light out.
dropped him.
I know. I'm gonna turn my light out. Okay. So
Oh, I thought you dropped him
there's the
actually.
baby. There's the
There.
baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it looks so cute, and
See, he's
when
got his
it's
little his tail's
got
just
the
barely
tail going.
furry.
Yeah. Well, it's just an extension of a rat.
It's, it looks it's funny because it looks like when you can't see its head and you just see that little tail and it's like when it has its legs and arms spread out, it looks like a tiny baby monkey.
Oh, right. I was going to
It
say, I
reminds
thought
me
you
of
were
a
saying
monkey.
a bat without its wings.
Yeah, no, it reminds me of a little monkey. Because the
Yeah.
tail. But
Mm.
yeah. And so far, I'm not putting back in the closet anymore because I have a new secure cage. It's not a shoebox. Uh,
Okay.
and knock on wood, the cats have been ignoring it pretty much. Like I keep it kind of
Mm.
covered up from dark, but like even when I take
Yeah.
them out to feed them, they might walk around for a minute and then they just like give up on seeing what I'm doing. So
Yeah. Maybe it's just enough
yeah.
for. It's probably because it doesn't move.
Yeah, that
It
I
does
try
it,
to
and it
hide
doesn't
it
make.
in its little
Yeah.
blanket so that it's not moving when I'm like feeding it and stuff. So they,
Does
yeah,
it make a noise at all?
no. It's starting to make just the tiniest squeaky noise when I'm like feeding it or something. but
Okay.
yeah, but it was silent until like today, so it's
Okay.
probably gonna
So,
start learning to chitter, make the little noises.
yeah, whatever noise that a squirrel makes. I don't know.
Yeah,
We tune in next week to find out, children. What noise does a squirrel
right.
make?
What squirrel does the squirrel make as they get older?
Yes. Did I say that? What noise did a
Yeah, you said
squirrel
what squirrel
make?
does, yeah, what noise does the squirrel make? But I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
each week
Yeah.
we can say how it changes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it feels like, but this is an educational program, so tune in next
That's
week,
right.
children.
Tune in next week. But have
Talking of
a,
next week.
yeah,
Talking of next
yes,
week.
next week.
I'm. I don't know if I told you, but mother-in-law has gone down to spend some time with her son down in Santos, which
Oh,
is about a
no, I
2 hour
didn't.
drive from here. Trying to get some dental work done.
Yeah.
And while she's there, she's been down there for about 3 weeks now. So
Oh, wow.
it's a little break for Katya as well, which is good.
Yeah.
She's coming back on the 31st, which happens to be next
Oh,
Friday.
next Friday. Okay.
Yes. Theoretically, depending on traffic, we should be back at this time, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel like you're rushed for
Yeah.
this.
Well,
So,
I can't rush. Sat in traffic, or well, that's it. You're sat in
right,
traffic.
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the idea we'll be about 10 in the morning. We'll be
Okay.
down there by pick up mother-in-law, pack her in the car, go and get lunch. Should be back on the road, I would assume, by 2 o'clock.
Right. Okay.
2 hours back.
But
We should be back at 4:30, which is half an
okay.
hour before this,
Oh,
because
because your
it's my
time 4:30. Yeah,
somewhat,
yeah,
yes, I'm an hour ahead of you.
yeah.
So I
Right.
should be back, we reckon, by 4:30.
Okay.
Maybe at 5.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, if you don't see me here, then obviously text a message or whatever. I can say, yeah, I will, no, I
Okay.
won't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
Okay. I
I'm
can
not sure
check
if
in with you.
I'm not sure if I'm driving
Right.
or Katia driving back. So if I'm not, um,
Sure, not the driver.
yeah, if I'm driving, I'll say to Katia, say
Yeah,
how
yeah,
far
yeah.
away we are. Or I am. I can then text you and say yeah or nay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's fine. I've got Piper next week, so yeah, either
Oh, you're
she'll
going
be
to
here
do
with
tea
tea
time
time or we'll
tea
just
time,
hang out. Yeah,
yeah, tea time with like, nah, it's not gonna
that's
work.
right. Yeah, no, just her running in and out. I know. I know. But have a have a great weekend. Uh,
Likewise,
thank you. And
happy feeding.
what'd you say?
I said happy feeding. I guess you're not going far.
Thank
You've got
you.
to keep feeding every 2 hours, so I guess you're home most of the weekend.
I know. Well, he's graduated to like 3 to 4 hours. So yeah. And
All right.
he's graduated to the point where I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night. I read that last night where it's like now you can let him sleep through the night. It's like great. It's like a human baby. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Except there's no crying. Like what's great is like there's no crying at all.
yeah. No diapers.
No diaper. I do have to help it go to the bathroom though. It doesn't know how yet. So I have to like take a Q-tip and like make it,
Oh,
yeah, how to make it go.
interesting. Yeah. Oh, the things
Yeah,
we learn about doing animals. How to go
I
potty.
know, right? Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, that's why when you're like a boy or girl, I was like, it's a boy. So I've had to make it
Yeah,
go to the bathroom.
yeah. I was going to say I hadn't thought about whether it had. I just assumed it naturally would, but it needed
Right,
assist. And I went, oh, okay. So they've already found out if it's a male. But probably after a couple of days, you would have
right.
noticed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
at some point, because you're holding it in its hand, so it's on its back. So at some point, you're
Right,
going to look,
right.
and no matter how big it is or how small that is, you're going to notice. It's like dogs, isn't it? To be honest with you, when you think about a dog,
Yeah.
what the most stupid place to put his tackle? Right in the middle of his stomach, because with a
Yeah,
girl
yeah, yeah,
dog,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right.
like, like
Oh yeah, you've
choke it
got
on
lots
down.
more space. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, look, like in front. And it's like we tell Elvis, we don't want to see your pee. No, you don't. It's like, but it's there in the
I
middle.
know.
Look.
I remember, yeah, yeah, yeah. We had a dog growing up, and it was always, yeah, it was always like, oh, like put it away. Like I'm just trying to scratch your.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's like I've been castrated, but I still want my girlfriend, which is the blanket. It's like, "Ah,
Right.
please, do you have to? We just arrived home. We have
Right.
visitors. Do you have to?"
You have to do this right now.
Yeah.
That's great.
So just like kids, and it embarrassing you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Right. That's really funny. But okay, well, until
I'll let you
next
go.
week or the week after,
Week after.
I'll
Yes.
say cheery bye.
Cheery bye.
Bye.
TTFN.